this stream off a little bit frustrated. Everything all at once just decided to update. Oh, that means it's not on the scheduled one. Oh, shit. Right now, the fog is moving in. It's nice and wispy and thin, which is a good thing. But out there somewhere, where is it? Let me see if I can see it. No, we're too far. Right out there is the booster somewhere. But alright, I gotta put this on the thing and then do some things, and yeah. Unfortunately, you guys got to look down the road for a second, because I got to figure out what's going on. See, it's not even coming up on the thing. See, what the heck is going on here? Okay. But then I won't know which one's which. Oh, what should I do? What should I do? Oh, okay. All right. Well, it is going. So I don't know what's going on right now. All right, folks. Good evening. ITM. Welcome to Vandenberg Rocket Launches. Let's get this show on the road. I was getting kind of frustrated up here. Powered everything up, and everything said, oh, do you want to whatchamacallit? And I said, sure, why not? Which I know I shouldn't have done the update, but whatever. I figured let's do the update real quick, because I've been having trouble trying to connect my Streamlabs with my Facebook page. I spent like the last 2 hours at home trying to figure that out. Couldn't get it done. But I guess now I have an X account and a Patreon. We're on Harris Grade, making our way down. There is an interesting layer of fog tonight. I was out a couple hours ago and it wasn't that bad. It's nice and clear. Well, not nice and clear, but there was a section of clouds over the pad when I went out to surf, and that was at like 4 o'clock. I went out there. There is a video. Go into the videos section, and I did post a video earlier today of that little trip. But now, sitting up here for the last 45 minutes because everything decided to update. The marine layer has moved in over the pad a little bit more. My favorite booster tonight, 1081, only because it started its life on the East Coast and then made its way across the United States, I'm assuming. I don't think they put it on a barge and shipped it all the way down to the Panama Canal and then back up. I guess one of the main reasons Falcon 9 rockets are the size they are, because they could be trailered down the highway, easily transportable. And if you live around here, every once in a while you get to see one showing up. It hasn't been, I think the beginning of the year there was like 3 or 4. I'm not exactly sure. I think it was 4, but I'm not sure. A couple of those posts could have been from the same load, just posted a day apart or 2 days apart. But not sure where we're going yet. Last time I checked the webcams, they changed the angle of Harris grade. It's pointing northwest, and instead of a wide angle view, it's now just a real tight view looking northwest. And then Dangermon looked beautiful, and with the time of this launch around 8:15, I think we might be taking a drive out to JALAMA today. Miss JC, if you're watching, that means one trip around Lompoc, and we're only doing it for one specific reason. We're not driving out to surf. Hang on. Yeah, we're not driving out to surf. There was only 2 cars when I left Harris grade right now. A gentleman from Arizona drove all the way from Phoenix to see this rocket. Yeah, he wanted to see one up close. He has seen them out there, but he wanted to see one up close. And now, before I left, he told me he was going to call all of his friends and everybody back in Arizona and tell them go outside and watch. Hey, why is the POW MIA flag not up? Oh, we're gonna catch them. So I was gonna go live about 15 minutes ago, and then everything decided to update, and I heard a weird noise coming behind me down the hill. Look right here in the shoulder. This is what it was. Yeah, he's on rollerblades, folks. Yeah. Some of the stuff you see around here. But good evening. Thanks for watching. Hit that like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends, all that good stuff. It should be a good launch tonight. Points east of here should have a good view, and we should get a decent chance at jellyfish effect. Typically a half hour to 45 minutes after launch is for us immediately along the west coast. that's the prime time. But the further you head east, you know, the sun's already set for them. So I know when we, on the Facebook page, the Vandenberg Rocket Launch's Facebook page, when we had the submission from Denver City, Texas, it was a launch around 4 o'clock our time and sunset like an hour and a half later time. So, well, they've actually seen it a couple times, because the first submission on the Facebook page I ever got of somebody seeing a rocket launch from Vandenberg was in El Paso, Texas, when the eclipse migration was going on. When everybody was going to Texas to go see the eclipse a few years back. All that grassy area over there to screen right. Hopefully the future home of Lompoc Space Camp. If they don't do it, they're nuts. Gotta clean this truck out. It still smells like petroleum from the last time I was at JALAMA. It's funny when people from out of town come here and they walk, and then they look out offshore and they see the oil derrick and they think it's the oil derrick's fault, when most of that crap is natural seepage just pushing up out of the ground in the ocean and then coming to shore. My big joke was, we need to take and ask them to give me whatever going rate for a barrel of oil is. We could clean up the beaches pretty good like that. All the little oil patties all over the beach. Now we're on Central again. If this is your first time here, this is the north side of town. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to go over to 805.life/launches and sign up for the email list so you know what's going on with the launches. Then you can go look up launch pads. We should do a little thing on the specific boosters that are here. I'm driving, I can't write that idea down. 139. All right. Which way do we want to go down? We'll go down V Street. We'll come up from behind Whack-A-Mole Park. JC, if you're watching, that's where we're headed right now. Whack-A-Mole Park. Tomorrow kicks off the Lompoc Flower Festival. We don't even have flowers in this town anymore. They're so damn hard to find out in the field. It's crazy. It used to be covered in them. When we first moved up here 20 years ago, they were still growing flowers. Not a lot, but more than what they're growing today. And because of the North America Free Trade Agreement and all that, that's what closed all the flower, a lot of the flower stuff up here. The businesses took it south of the border. Cheap labor. That and like the walnuts. We used to have a big walnut grove outside of town, headed toward Buellton. Everybody used to take their kids for graduation pictures, wedding pictures, all that stuff out there. And then slowly but surely, bringing in the walnuts from South America, 4 or 5 years ago, that Walnut Grove was plowed over. Right now, part of it, well, most of it's artichokes. That's fine with me. I love me a good artichoke. If you're ever in the area, go up to the Swiss in Santa Maria and order an artichoke. They're delicious. And the way Lompoc works, we're on V Street. Town ends at Z. And then there's an alley behind the houses, I think. Well, on the south side of town there is. And then that's it. Until they build that new development out past Z Street. But this is the north-south thoroughfare on the west side of town. Got a ditch over here, screen left. It's technically Megalito Canyon Creek, or Megalito Creek. Flows into that, and then that goes to the San Ynez River. I grew up in LA, so it's a little reminder of the San Gabriel Valley River. I used to ride my bike all the way to Sail Beach from Downey in that thing. And then we'd ride home down Bellflower Boulevard all the way home. That was fun. But we're heading toward ocean. The fog's kind of moving in. At least here. At least here it is. Oh man. There it is. Well, while we're cruising around, how's everybody's World Cup team doing? Mine's alright, I guess. America's made it through to the knockout round. I don't know it. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful still. Yeah, we're heading that way. Decision is made. We're headed to JALAMA, folks. Now we're back on ocean, heading east. And the reason why we're going this way is because, like I said, this weekend's the Flower Festival. And right there at Ryan Whack-A-Mole Park, you can go eat some good food. You can go buy some handmade crap. You can watch music and shows. This is all, hang on, you can't really see it. That's all the vending area right there. There's like a, I think it's a half a mile loop or a quarter mile loop. Concrete walkway around the park. And all the vendors are lined up around it. And then on the other side is all the food vendors. This is the handmade crap vendors. And then you have all the wonderful rides. You know, when you're a kid, those things are great. And then when you're an adult and you stand there and you watch your kids ride those things and you see the bolts shifting around and you just see it sitting on the grass ready, looking like it's gonna fall over. It's like, I was crazy for going on those. What the hell? And you can't, right? And then if you're walking around that park, you might get lucky enough to step on a gopher. There's going to be hundreds of people there this weekend, and guarantee you the gophers will be out. They will be out and about. See? Now that's, do I want to go to Megalito tonight? Oh, man. See? This time of day would be perfect for either one. Megalito's closer. But then I figured do this trip real. We should get off the bounciest. Well, that's actually 8th Street right here where we just passed is the bounciest road in Lompoc. We're gonna backtrack a little bit. Look, there's our earthquake fault right there in front of us. You see that crack in the hillside right up there? Supposedly that's technically an earthquake fault. And if you follow it to the end, actually, is it right here? No, it's the next street over. I've driven up to it before, but the original, the actual Lompoc mission is right at the bottom of that earthquake fault or crack in the hill. But if you're ever here and you want to see a monument to the U.S.'s deadliest peacetime accident, right there is a prop from one of the ships. This is the Veterans Memorial Building at the end of H and Locust. But yeah, it was like the 100-year anniversary of that disaster a year's. I'm almost positive it was last year. It may have been 2024. All right, hang on, folks. I am parked in a red zone, so let's do something about that first and foremost. All right, let's hit the chat real quick. That way it'll give me a chance to figure out what we're gonna do. Sorry, you guys are gonna have to see if anything comes down. Oh geez. Oh, JC's here. Good evening, JC. Oh, what happened here? Oh, shh. Sweet. Yeah, I was having trouble at first. We did schedule it, but I guess I hit the wrong one, and yeah, I didn't want to stop it and start it because I had already just done that. I went on the schedule one, but it didn't load, or at least I thought it did, and it did, but it froze. So I went, there was another one on there, and I clicked on it. Yeah, the launch is about 8:15 or so. It's not right at 8:15. I just work in 15-minute increments. Yeah, it's a beautiful night out tonight. Uh-oh. Thanks, JC. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends. Comment where you're watching from and how you found out about us. I'd appreciate it. All right, well, okay. 127. Yeah, 127. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm off by 7 seconds. All right, think. It's a half hour. It's 15 minutes, so that'd be like a half hour down and back. We're plugged in, so we should be good. Theoretically, we're right here. But it says a half hour, but I figured 45 minutes, and then give us 45 minutes. All right. Screw it. We're going for it. And good. More. And if you know, now we're on South I Street. Well, actually, we're not anymore. Now we're on Megalito Canyon Road. Kind of about coming down here, but oh well. Let's see, 703. All right. Okay. Go about this. So obviously we're on Megalito Canyon. Sit there, because we're probably going to be back there in maybe 15 minutes. Maybe. It may look like a busy road right now, but this is just everybody leaving the diatomaceous earth mine up here. Yeah, they dig diatomaceous earth. I think it's a open mine. Open. It's not a cave. It's just a big ass pit. That too has left the area. Johns Mansfield back in the day, which it was originally called. Hundreds of people worked out here. You talk to old timers, everybody worked out here. And then, I don't know, we moved up here 20 years ago. So, 15 years ago, maybe it was 10 years ago, we heard something about they went from, it was a union shop to a non-union shop. Some people in France bought everybody off. And then now, the company that I service their fire extinguishers, they do, I don't know what they do there, but I sure am selling them a lot of fire extinguishers for out there. Some people might enjoy this little trip because I haven't been down here in a while, and the wind turbine farm that I refer to in the videos sometimes, this is the road that turbine farm is on. Horrible ass, ugly ass things. I think this is the park right here. Megalito Park. Cool little park. Creek flowing through it. Usually when it's like a cool group picnic area back here. I think they got horseshoes and stuff. And then up here is my favorite spot. It's funny too, because I've only lived here for 20 years. I've known people that lived here you know, their whole life, 40, 50 years, and they never knew there was a waterfall up here. And a few years, 2 or 3 years ago, they cleaned it out. But back up in there. Come on. That's all waterfall back there. I don't want to stop right here. This is like a blind corner. Here. You know what? Don't roll down the hill. This is a crazy ass little canyon, because if you look closely up there on the hillside, you can see the rocks. But check for snakes. Check for snakes. I'm gonna go back over here just a little bit more. Right there. So you can see the little mossy area. You can kind of see where it's wet still. But there's up there, turns into a waterfall. And there's a little pool right there. And then it waterfalls off of that and goes down into the creek and flows in the creek. But that's only a waterfall like after it rains. Oh, they got a home. Dinner. Ooh. See, and then I get sidetracked and I jumped in and out of the truck. We're on a strict time limit. Well, the good thing is so far the road has been resurfaced, which could mean all kinds of things to me. The most important is, oh, look at the fog's rolling in over here. So this will be a good assessment of what's going on, kinda, once we get back here. Yeah, now we can see how far back have they resurfaced this, because this road was never that good to begin with, and then they brought the wind turbines back here and it really screwed up the road. The good thing is it's at least 1.5 to 2 feet wider. This will be a good chance to exercise the Starlink also. It looks like we're still streaming. So if we are, that's a good thing. Okay. It looks like it's still streaming. Oh, it might not be. Looks like it is. See, and this is where I slow down a little bit too, because as always, watch out for animals. Yeah, it looks like they repaved this all the way back. Nice. Dangerous. holes, no cracks. Oh yeah. A couple of my friends are watching right now. They're like, I know exactly what you're thinking. Hold that corner tight, come off the bump, straight shot this fool. Yeah. Anyways, come on. Focus on rockets. Focus on rockets. Oh yeah. Look at, I don't know if you can see them up there, but now we're in wind turbine country. Those ugly ass, disgusting things. People are all butthurt because Trump stopped another offshore solar wind farm up here. Thank God. Just go nuclear. People are scared of it. Movies, TV. The nuclear they have out there now is nothing like it was 40 years ago, 60 years ago. But whatever. Let's put these god-awful things everywhere. And every 5 years, you're going to have to change those blades. Or sooner, because they're... Some places, I'm sure they're getting damaged by the, like, really high winds. Yeah, they paved this bad boy all the way back. Nice. Oh. There used to be a big old black pipe that ran from way back there where they had their wells to way over here where they had their storage areas. Because this is the road they brought those wind turbines down. Of course, not built like that. The blades were one solid piece. Those were actually kind of cool, watching them bring them in on that little articulating, swinging trailer. You know, Lompoc streets aren't very big, so to watch them wheel it around downtown Lompoc was kind of cool. Yeah, they paved it all the way back. Nice. I feel sorry for this first ranch we're going to be coming to up here on the right. I feel sorry for them. They didn't want the wind turbines, but the gentleman who owned the property out here, this is where this fence line starts, that house did not want them, but these things are right above their house. They're literally surrounded by them. Once we get up here, I'll show you. But, oh, they left one of the leftover footings just in the creek. So that big old thing sticking up right there, that's a footing. They dig a big ass hole and drop that thing in. And then they drop this big old rebar cage into the hole. Oops, aliens. They drop a big old rebar cage into the hole and pour concrete. And that's the form for the hole. And it's just sitting in the creek. Like it's a fucking bridge. It's been a minute since I've been back here. All the way back here anyways. But as you can tell, the fog is moving in. And then, oh, it looks like they, oh, of course, they stop right there. I don't officially know the name of this street. I think it might still be Megalito. Who knows? Probably gonna piss a lot of people off right now with what's been going on around the area. But I don't know what to tell you. Sorry. Alright. So now we're at the very end of Megalito Canyon. Road anyways. And what's that out there you say? That's the Pacific Ocean. Barely see it in the haze, but there's a ship out there, and that's open ocean. Point Conception is screen left a few miles, and then Point Arguello I think is screen right. I'm not 100% sure, but that's the Pacific Ocean. JALAMA Beach is screen left. You know what? Not even sure where the boathouse and everything is from here, but nice and breezy out here. Watch everything dance around, and there are our wonderful, god-awful, ugly-ass wind turbines that don't even generate energy for our area. That would be somewhat of a cool equation to figure out, because this power goes all the way up to Monterey County. So what is the energy lost transmitting it that far? I know they probably figured it out. Oh yeah, it's not even that bad, so you know, it's fine. It's still cost effective, but still, how much energy is lost shipping it up there when they have a big ass nuclear power plant? Okay, glasses. All right, where are we? Matthew, we update our countdown too. Technically, there's been a couple times now where we're actually updated before, and we had gotten the update of the change of the NOTAM before SpaceX updated their site. So if you go to 805.life/launches and sign up for the email list, you'll get an email too as soon as we find out. And like I said, there's been a couple times where we're before SpaceX does. So what? I love artichokes. They didn't do anything to me except put a lot of salt. Not a salt, but whatever the hell they put on it at the Swiss is delicious. I think he's busy tonight. He said he had to work, so I don't know if he's going to make it to tonight's launch. Yeah, JC doesn't even know me, and she read my mind. No, right now I'm on Megalito Canyon Road. If you're still watching, I'm stopped at the very end of Megalito Canyon Road reading the chat, because I don't do it while I'm driving. So at least you guys got a beautiful view of a pole, right? And behind the pole is the Pacific Ocean. Oh, Eagle. They paved the whole road, dude, all the way back. It's awesome. All right, let's check the timer. What are we at? 1 hour and 6 minutes. All right. Go to the top of the hill and show that little vantage point. How, I hate to say it this way, but how one old man ruined a whole valley. Like I was saying earlier, the people that we passed earlier, they didn't want anything to do with these wind turbines. And everything I gathered, I don't remember how it went. It's kind of weird because it was a family property, but like an uncle who didn't have any kids was the last one alive, and he had already signed the deal to build the wind turbines, but he died before it was finalized or whatever. I'm not exactly sure. But the kids couldn't pull the deal and have them stop it because essentially where all these wind turbines are was that man's property. And they put them like right above the people's house back there. Which is kind of a bummer for them. It's too foggy. Oh, we're right below it though. So out that way. All right, well, no. Over that way is base. And then over that way is Lompoc. I wonder if you can see Harris grade from here. Alright, now we're going to do something that I advise not doing. Backing up a blind corner. And then you have all those. I think there's 5 on that side. You can only see 3 of them decent right now because the other 2 are hidden in the fog. And then you got 4 on this ridge line, and then back out there in the fog toward Lompoc. And then over this way, they wrap around the whole, and there's a little bowl down in there, little canyon bowl. And that whole little valley back there is surrounded by turbines. I don't know. They're ugly. I'm sure the squirrels and everything are going to be horrendous out here. Because I don't know if the birds will keep flying out here with the turbines. You know, they're going to eventually figure out. The parents are going to tell the kids, hey, stay away from these parts over here. It's dangerous. What is it? 26. All right. Well, I think it's a little bit longer than I anticipated. Yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna time this perfect, I think. Maybe. It depends on how much craziness we see on JALAMA on the way out. I mean animal wise. Thought I saw a vehicle. Oh no, this is gonna ruin my time now. Well, once again, thanks for tuning in, folks. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and share. Tell all your friends. Turn your notifications on. Head on over to 805.life/launches. Sign up for the email list. Get updates on the launches. Go read some history and info about the launch pads. Go look up spots to watch. Yeah. And don't forget, if you got friends and family east of the West Coast, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Utah, Mexico, anywhere along the Sea of Cortez, Baja, tell them to go outside about 8:30 and look to the sky. Man, they're really killing my vibe, man. No. I got all in. It's a good thing though, because I got all excited. Fresh paved road, no potholes, no cracks. I would not be going this speed right now. Right here. Cut the corner tight, pull out a little bit, dive in on this one, and then that's where you ride that corner tight over there and just, and then you ride the brake right here a little bit. Start that corner wide, hit that corner on the left tight. Yeah. I don't like driving fast, but yeah, mountain roads like this, they're fun to drive a little fast. Even though you shouldn't. You can get in an accident. I'm not promoting it. Please don't. I've always wanted, when we go out to visit my family out in Pahrump, Nevada, they got that race course out there. And I saw one time when we were out there, they had rentals going on. It's a beautiful evening tonight, folks. Thanks for joining us. I'm just having fun driving this road. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been all the way out there. The last time I drove out there, I was not new pavement. Oh, first couple burnout marks that I saw. Mainly because I'm looking out the windows of the truck to see if I see any animals. Yeah, and they did a decent job paving it. It's not all bumpy, which you would kind of expect on a road like this, way out here. There is some rolls in it, but it's not that bad. We're coming up to the waterfall again. The waterfall is going to be up here on the right. We're not going to stop because we're down to like an hour. Under an hour to go. Oh my goodness. We just passed the waterfall. SpaceX, can you bump it like 10 more minutes just so I'm safe? We'll make it. We're heading to JALAMA tonight, folks. Putting Starlink to the test. I already know it works out there. My son took it last Monday, but I've been wanting to go out there, you know, this time of night. Either when it was dark. I'm gonna enjoy right now because it's gonna be just bright enough for everybody to see for the most part until we get all the way out there. Then I think it's gonna be too dark to really see anything, but that'll be fine because by the time we get all the way out there, you'll be able to see the lights from the campground. I was kind of hoping to get there a little bit early so we could do a quick drive through the campground. But we're not going to push it now. We're just going to get to the spot and park and set up. Because according to the phone, it takes about a half hour to get to JALAMA from Lompoc. I couldn't get the damn multi-stream to work. I wanted to be streaming to Facebook tonight. I finally got a check from Facebook, so I'm like, yeah, we should just be streaming over there, but nah. Streaming on YouTube. Okay, so my maps says right now from where we're at it should take 37 minutes to get to JALAMA, which would put us 15 minutes before the launch, and that should be perfect to get set up. Give you guys a quick look around. Hopefully the sun wouldn't have set yet. What time is that setting again? There we go. Sunset. And it's like, what, 8:40 or something like that. 8:30 is the launch. So it'll be like 15-20 minutes after sunset. Gray light. So hopefully we'll get a good jellyfish effect tonight. Tell all your friends and family, get out there and tell them to get outside and watch this launch. It should be a good one. I just want to go to JALAMA because it's going to be fairly dark out there. Hopefully the Old Town Lompoc. Our Carnegie Library right there, screen right. Pines, invasive species to the area. Those things like to break off at the most inopportune times because they end up landing on a car. Just botanists, whatever, come out and look at the trees. And every time weight, and then you got all that weight at the top just swinging around with nothing to anchor it down below, and then a limb breaks off. And they cut more of the tree. It's like, just top it. Top the tree. And cars will keep getting hit. Wow. Man. There is O'Cairns Hotel right here, screen right. They have a little firefly emblem on their sign because diatomaceous earth plant was going good, that ridge line, that high one back there, you would see dust from the plant coming up because the mine's like right there. What the? That looked like the Vandenberg brush fire crew, but without their crew truck. Huh. But their trucks are blue, not white. Interesting. It's a nice clear view out to the east. I can see all the way over to Figueroa Mountain. That little knoll we went over right now. You can see right down the canyon where the San Ynez River flows. Uh-oh, deer. Buck was down there in that field with at least 2 does. There may have been a third one. This should be prime time for viewing animals on the road. Going to try to maintain. We have a time limit. We got to get out to surf before the launch. Or surf. What am I talking about? JALAMA. We got to make it out to JALAMA before the launch. That's where we're going now, folks. If you're just tuning in, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining us on Vandenberg Rocket Launches. Tonight, we are headed out to JALAMA Beach County Park. Been wanting to go out here and do a live stream for a couple years now. But I picked up Starlink a couple months ago. I think 3 months ago now. And yeah, this is like the first excuse me, prime time to watch. Go out and watch one. JALAMA is best for like night launches right around now, sunset, dusk, in the morning. I've never been out here for an early morning one, but I'm sure they're awesome out here because the sun is way over there to the left and not way over to the right. Ooh, there's a big deer out in this field to the right, very far into it. See, that's why I didn't want to go to Megalito, and I just wanted to come straight out here so I could stop and point out animals. Because I got, but see, 45 minutes ago, probably wouldn't have been as many out. There's always these moo cows right here. Look at tri-tip, ribeye, white boy sloppy joes, SOS, whatever you call it, ground beef. Now we are on JALAMA Road. Here's something cool. They're putting in a new sign. Finally, it's been like an old wooden sign since the beginning of time. And oh, a couple more deer out in that field. Ooh, a baby little fork bug. Watch the road, dumbass. Watch the road. Put you guys down like that one. Quail. More cows. More beef. Go find yourselves a local grower of beef. I know we all do it, getting our meat from the store, but nothing's better than finding a good protein provider. I think we're just gonna do it. I think we're just gonna call our beef provider and get a half a cow. I got people that want to go in with me on it, so we might as well do it. So typically with my phone, we're pretty much to the point where you lose service. Man, it's beautiful out here tonight. Tractor out there. I don't know what that's called. He's not tilling his field. He's kind of raking it just so the dirt's flat. I'm not an ag kid. I'm a city boy. That's the other cool thing. If you're driving out here, you're driving toward JALAMA, look towards screen right, and there's a horse sanctuary, and there's all kinds of horses out here. All kinds of them. You come at the right time of day and you see them feeding. It's kind of amazing how many horses you see out there. Oh, we look like we got a group of deer out here, folks. Out there in that field. 2, 4, 6, 7 of them. I see another little spike. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, 2 bucks. 3. Oh, yeah. A couple spikes. Those two right there have nice little rack. Look at that. Oh, yeah, look at that rack. Jerky. A whole bunch of bucks. Young bucks. But bucks nonetheless. Oh. Alright. Man, see? I'm going to get myself in trouble stopping like this. And this is a small-ass backcountry road, so... and a little bit further up here, the road's going to narrow to essentially a one-lane road. So you got to watch out, especially if you're coming on any day of the week. But you got to watch ahead of you on the road. When we get up here, I'll hopefully remember to mention it a little bit more and what I mean. Because people are coming out. There's one way in and one way out of JALAMA Beach County Park. And this is it. And it's a pretty popular campsite. Whether you're tent camping or RV camping or whatever, and you get some big mofo trailers driving down this road. And, you know, two trailers come upon each other on a real tight road. It could be an interesting situation. So it would be wise to look ahead on this road, which I know is difficult if you've never been on the road before. But if you just look around, it's pretty easy to notice where the road's going. I told my kids about me seeing tarantulas in the area, and we brought my daughter-in-law out here and we saw 2 tarantulas. And she was like, I didn't believe. Oh shit, there's a cow out. Oh, hey Kim, if you're watching, message Jackie to tell John to tell somebody that there's a cow out. Uh-oh. So, I got to keep my eyes open on the way out of here. That was not an extremely large cow. It wasn't like a newborn calf. May have been a year old or so, a few months, bunch of months old, but it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like a year or 2 old cow. The only reason why I'm saying that, because if that boy's out by himself, the girl's out by herself, there's a slight possibility a mountain lion may go after her if it's outside the fence like that. Or even maybe a bird. I don't know. Now this is where this road gets really scary, because sometimes when I look on the webcams, oh, you can kind of see it. But right here, right in this area, it gets so foggy you cannot see the lines on the road. It gets bad. Extremely, extremely bad. I've actually think I've done a video of me leaving here when it's extremely bad. Oh, jeez. And then there's the sun glare. When we get up here, should be a spot. We kind of passed the good view looking back into Lompoc, but when you're coming down the hill, you can really see it. When you're coming up the hill, it's behind you, so it's harder to see. And then this this is where you you have to watch the road, but also look off the side of the road and look for animals. They like to hang out right alongside the road. I've done a video from right here and this little fence thing. It's kind of cool seeing, because it's pitch black out here, except for moonlight. There's no light pollution. Well, there is from Lompoc, but it's not that bad. So way out there ahead of us is Surf Beach, and you can kind of see the fog bank out there. But last time I checked the Danger Mon cam, it looked okay. We're not checking the JALAMA cam right now because we're on the road, and that's not the smartest thing to do on this road. And then usually this is still in thick fog. All of this is usually still in really thick fog. And there's nowhere to look ahead on the road around here. So stay on your side of the road. If anything, if you're going toward JALAMA, hug the outside of the road. I know it sucks, but if there's a fifth wheel coming out, they need as much room as they can around the inside. So just hug the outside. Hug your right side of the road. And then hopefully you won't clip an RV or another car, because people like to float. I'm gonna put her on blast right now. My daughter, she likes to do this crap around turns, and I hate that. Oh, you guys probably didn't even see it, but yeah, she likes to float over the lines. Mon Preserve. So this is where you really start seeing some animals. Every once in a while over here, to screen right in this field, you'll see like 50 to 100 of them just out there grubbing. I don't see any right now. All I see is moo cows. Once you start getting back, and then to about right here is where the fog layer hangs out, and then up here a little bit more it kind of thins to see where the fog layer is, so I know where to go. And tonight the fog looked pretty decently offshore, so hopefully it doesn't come in at the last minute and smother JALAMA. And as of right now, there's not much wind. I don't see these trees blowing. I don't see anything rustling. It was a little breezy in Lompoc when I left. Well, all the deer must be along the first few miles of the run. They're all in the back country. They're not hanging out in these fields right now. I think the base probably sent them a memo that they're going to have a launch, so all the deer went further away. There was a nice big old chunk of red oak down back there. Big limb. The difference if I hammer down now, so we'll just cruise. beautiful Jalama Road. 14 miles of twisty, turny, undulating road with beautiful scenery on each side. This is one of those hidden gems where my son, I still haven't camped out here, but my son camped out here last Monday and ran a family that's been, every year they've been coming out here for 30 years or something like that. That you could dump in. No hookups at any sites. Which my son brought his generator, so of course he was enemy number one in the evening. Nobody wants to hear those things. I get it. I haven't seen a deer out here yet. Probably if I was going slower, I would be seeing them. But this is Jalama Road. We're probably a little over halfway now. Road a little bit. Make sure there's no long campers coming your way. Diesel pushers, fifth wheels. Somebody in a small SUV towing something way too big. That happens a lot on this road. And then when they hit their brakes, you see them get pushed. I try to tell people, it's not about if your vehicle could tow whatever you wanted to tow. You better hope to God it could stop whatever you needed to stop. Because if you can't stop, I think that's even worse than breaking down while you're towing, because that's not good. This is where you can start looking ahead. Just follow the hillside, the downward slope of the hillside, and that's where the road goes. It doesn't go in this canyon in front of us. It just follows these hillsides all the way out to the beach. So every time you come to one of these points, not these ones, but these ones, look forward, look down the ridge line. This one's up here a little bit more. But look over the edge, see if you see anything. This is where it comes in helpful to have a passenger seat. You can look way down here and see if there's anybody coming. I don't see anybody. That doesn't mean I could take up the whole damn road. It just means I don't have to stress out about it. This is where it gets nice having a passenger, because you can make them look for animals while you drive. Oh yeah, there looks like there's a nice big fog bank out there. But it looks like it's offshore still. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Before I had Starlink, I came out here one time, and I thought they had scrubbed the launch, and I was coming up the road up here, and all of a sudden the sky lit up. It was a nighttime launch, and I just kind of ran the truck into a berm and jumped out and started recording it. But now I have Starlink, so if anything's changed, hopefully I'll know, right? I think we still got plenty of time. I think we still have plenty of time. Should have about 20 minutes. About 20 minutes to go till launch. We're at mile marker 11. So we got like 3 more miles to go. And one time I said, you better stop doing that. She did it right here. She turned this turn just a little bit too tight. She didn't hit anybody, but it sure as hell scared the shit out of her. And it starts off as a gradual turn, and it does get pretty damn sharp at the end right there. So make sure you take that turn accordingly. Meaning slow down. Oh yeah. The fog monster's not way, but way offshore. It's out there. Yay! Oh, wait till we get there and then we can check. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like what I'm seeing. Hang on, folks. Wait till we get up here and I'll show you what I'm seeing. It looks like the fog got a little bit thicker, but it looks like it's look at that. That's the boathouse and everything out there. You can't see it because it's still too bright. But I don't know if you can see it right now, but there's a wind turbine poking up out of the fog. Remember, if you've been watching the live stream, we were literally just there. That's where we didn't start from, but that's where we were, I don't know, 45 minutes ago. There's Trans Peak up there. That big peak sticking up out of the fog. Got the sunset happening right over there. JALAMA Beach is just over the hillside in front of us. Ooh, yeah. I think I'm glad I decided to come out here. There's, oh, you really can't see it, but there's JALAMA down there. All right. Uh-oh, shark bait in the water. Shark bait in the water. That just means there's a surfer out there. Holy shit, what is that? What? Oh. It's a shipping container. It's just close to shore. Okay. So, we're going for re-entry tonight, as of course, because it's nice and clear. So, we want to be where we can see the most southerly sky and at the highest point. So that's either going to be right there. No, I think we'll just go with this one. Then we got the trash bump in front of that, so alright. Yeah, I think we are going to stop right here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, here we are above. Hang on, let's see. How much time do we have? 18 minutes. Nope. See, that's the tricky part. So you got to go, what? See, watch that truck. Can you see that truck? He's got to go over the train tracks. Then he comes back up this road. But it's kind of funny because you can watch people. If you're down at the park or at the beach, you can watch people coming in. And it typically takes people from the time you see them up here on the road to the time they get down to the front gate of JALAMA. Takes them anywhere from, depending on what they're driving, 5 to 10 minutes. 5 to 8 minutes. Yeah, we'll just go with this one. All right. You guys are going to have to hang out right there for a sec. Let me get the Z50 set up in the tripod. Come back and grab you guys. Look at these people are leaving. Rocket launch. Rocket launch. They're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss the rocket launch. You're gonna miss the rocket launch. Oh, I did it again. Oh well. Give me a chance to plug it in and see where we're at. Oh, 71%. Awesome. 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 Okay. Pump you guys off. Hopefully you guys have enough battery. No! Well, hopefully everything's all right. I guess I'll have to check it in a minute. I accidentally hit the button, sliding it in the little thingy. So the rocket will be coming up from that direction over there, and it's gonna look nice because we got the fog coming over the fingers right there. And then we'll get the light up of the whole bay down there. But I should probably hurry. We're down to minutes to go. But there's a big old... The ships look kind of odd from... And then they end up in the channel of the Channel Islands, where the sea is not as rough as on the outside of them. There's boat number 2. And then I'm looking for the oil derrick, because once I see the oil, there's the oil derrick. All right, so just to the left of the oil derrick is shipping container number 3. Okay. I'm going to point you guys back toward the north. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Let me go get the other phone, and then we'll get the Z50 set up. Get the note card out. I'm out at JALAMA. Oh, shoot. Thanks everybody for commenting. Appreciate it. Don't forget to comment where you're watching from, how you found out about us. Hit that like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends. Go over to 805.life/launches. Sign up for the email list. Be part of the madness. 12 minutes to go. Okay. Oh, come on. Disappear. All right. Okay. What is that at again? 12 minutes. Yeah, Return to Freedom Wild Horse Sanctuary. So if you ever walk out or drive out here and you look toward the side of the road, that's what you'll see is the Freedom Wild Horse Sanctuary. Oh, eat the cow. I don't know. We should have sound. We are out at JALAMA Beach tonight. JALAMA Beach County Park. Yes, Mexico won. Thanks, JC. Well, I know it's the bumpy road caused it to freeze. Oh, wait, I'm way away. Hang on, I'll be back in a second. I forgot I don't have the microphone on. But I know, yeah, some of it is bumpy road, but a lot of it has to do with me driving through all the trees. If I was stationary, it would probably work a little bit better. But with me driving down the road, going through the trees, the signal gets blocked a little bit. Back in the house. Yeah, this is one of my spots I come to. JALAMA I like coming to because sometimes you get I keep walking away from the damn thing. I like coming out here to JALAMA because a lot of times when town is fogged over, JALAMA's like this, the fog monster's offshore, but you can see it creeping over the hills over there. That's how it usually is. That's why I like coming out here. Because I saw. We'll go right there. Okay, hang on. I gotta get this situated, folks. Let me get this set up because my timer, my first timer might be off. Okay, so right there, zoom in on that. Okay, down, then over that way. A little bit more this way. Zoom in. A little bit more that way. Okay. we should be good. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay. See where we at. Where are we at time-wise? 7 minutes. All right. Dismiss. Let's get back to where everybody's watching from. Well, Gregory in San Diego, at least you have the live stream from here to watch from. And then if you're on Facebook, you can go over to Vandenberg Rocket Launches on Facebook and see where what everybody's pictures look like from wherever they're watching from. Man, we got people watching from all over tonight, don't we? How far am I from the pad? As the crow flies, I think I'm like 12 miles. Oh no, wait, I'm thinking slick 3, slick 4. Probably like 15. Yeah, I don't know what's up. I don't pay to promote my page or anything. I don't feel I need to. My page will promote itself. So I don't know why mine doesn't come up more often. Because I'm not fake. I'm not using YouTube's or SpaceX's live feed. This is my own footage, folks. We are out here doing this on our own. Oh, San Ynez. I'm just skimming through these real quick. Surprise, Arizona. Thank you for watching in Surprise. What is that? Ragnar 527. Thank you for watching. On your roof in Phoenix. Attaboy. Yarnell, Arizona. Got a bunch of Arizona people watching. Vegas. Watching from Fallbrook. Nice little hilly community in San Diego, up in the hills. Rancho Cucamonga, the Cracker Killers. The rocket's on the pad right now. Granada Hills, San Diego, Marina del Rey, Hemet, Spring Valley, Marietta, Piuma Valley. Oh, Mr. Gregory, what's up, bud? Vista, northern Arizona. Another Phoenix, Prescott, Hollywood, Carpinteria, Phoenix, Orcutt, Goleta, Guatemala. Oscar, thank you for coming back. Make sure you spread the word down there. Oh, St. George, Utah. Haven't seen anybody watching from there in a while. Prescott Valley, Port of LA, Tennessee. Thanks for watching in Tennessee. Huntington Beach, Canoga Park, Coastal OC, Superior, Arizona, Fountain Valley, Mesquite. What is that supposed to be? Chula Vista, Los Alamitos, Flagstaff, Vista, Chula Vista, Vegas, Paso Robles, Southern Utah, Litchfield Park, Arizona, Glendale, Arizona, Simi Valley, Prescott Valley, LAX, Lancaster, San Jose, Lake Havasu, Hurricane, Utah. I want to get out there so I can meet Matt from Matt's Off-Road Recovery. Chula Vista, Beaver, Utah, Placerville, Riverside, Gilbert, Arizona, Whittier, Glendale, Arizona, Chula Vista, Huntington Beach, Virginia. Woo! All right, well, I'm sorry you guys got too much fog down there. We're down to 3 minutes. So the strong back is either retracting as we speak, or it is already started, and it is pretty close to being all the way strong back. And right there over that hillside is where we should get the rocket coming up. And it's essentially going to go that way, go straight up in the sky. I'm gonna have to flip the camera around, and then it's gonna go down over yonder. There's the moon, and then somewhere over there we should get re-entry burn. And there's the beautiful Pacific Ocean. It's a cool beach to go ankle deep in. I wouldn't go swim it. There's a big old shelf out there, and it's quite dangerous sometimes. All right, we're down to 1.5 minutes, folks. Don't forget, like usual, once we see the rocket poke up out of the fog, hit that like button. Okay. It's going to be a couple minutes after 0, though, or minutes. It's going to be like 1.5 minutes after 0 that we see it pop through the fog. We're down to 1 minute to go, so everything should be full. The internal computer. Hang on, folks. We're going to have to start over now. We're not starting over. Thank you for joining us on Vandenberg rocket launches, folks. Here we are, waiting for booster 1081's 25th launch, the 42nd launch of the year, the 7th for the month of June. It's another Starlink mission, Group 1745. The 42nd launch of the year on the 173rd day of the year, which means we're down to 4 point. If this launches in 15 seconds, we're down to 4.3 days between launches for SpaceX and 4.1 for Vandenberg in general. All right, 0. So we should have ignition. We should have liftoff. And then we should get it popping through the fog any second now, if it's a go. Come on. There it is. There it is. Oh. Just a little bit too bright to get the reflection off the ocean. Booster 1081, folks. Max Q. Well, the cool thing is, since this is going further offshore, Because sometimes when you're out here, the rocket literally flies right over your head. It's kind of scary. But now it's going offshore a little bit. Don't forget to hit that like button, folks. We should have done it about 2 minutes ago, but it's okay. And this is going to be a perfect time. If you go outside and look, oops, this is going to be a very good time to see the reflection of the fairings when they fall off of the booster or the second stage. First stage cutoff, stage separation, second stage ignition. Push, push, push. Oh, I zoomed in too soon. I had the perfect shot of the moon and everything. I zoomed in. All right. Ooh, look, it is doing a little dog leg to the right. That looks kind of cool. Oh, you can see the reflection of the fairing in the exhaust plume. You can see the twinkle twinkle of it. See the little twinkle twinkle right there? That's the fairing falling away. Actually, that's probably the booster, because I see a little psh, psh, psh going on. So that could be the booster doing its boost back burn. Or no, because it's not a return to sender, so there is no boost back burn tonight. So essentially what we're doing, even though there was that dog leg, we're tracking the second stage, and at 6 minutes and roughly 30 seconds we should get re-entry burn. And we're keeping our eyes out for that. That looks pretty badass. The twinkle twinkle of the fairings. All right, we're gonna zoom back out just a little bit like that. We're gonna put this down here like this. We're gonna sit right there. Okay. All right. So we're keeping our eyes out there, folks. We're waiting for re-entry burn. There's part of the max Q plume with the moon. We got something glowing in the sky over there. I don't think that's it. I think that, yeah, that's still the second stage going down range. That's the satellite going down range. And hopefully this haze isn't too thick to see. I don't see how it could be if we could still see the second stage going down range. But we got to keep our eyes open for first stage re-entry burn. Oh, what? I don't know what the heck happened there. There it is. There it is. There it is. Re-entry burn. Yay. And there goes re-entry burn. Engines are shut off. And now in about 2 minutes, it'll land on the barge. And that, folks, is your view of Booster 1081 from JALAMA Beach County Park. A beautiful, secluded hidden getaway in western Santa Barbara County, right along the coast. That was cool. That was a cool one. And more remnants of Max Q. And then back down to the ocean. We'll leave you that way. You can't see re-entry burn because of the, landing burn. Because of the curvature of the Earth, it's just too damn far away. All right. Check these comments again, and then we're going to wrap it up for tonight, folks. Where are we? Well, I saw Whittier, Virginia, Vegas, on the I-15 somewhere. That's a long highway, but you know, you could be between, what is it, Montana and San Diego, Palm Springs, Lake Isabella, Fountain Valley, Los Angeles. Soundtrack? No. What? Dinuba, California, San Pedro, Valley City. Yeah, I know. I thought there was going to be at least a little bit of jellyfish, but with that amount of sun still in the sky, I guess kind of a no-go tonight. Another Vegas, Laguna Beach. You're welcome for the feed. I enjoy doing this. It's part of the fun. If you'd like to donate, go over to PayPal. It's Vandenberg Rockets. Vandenberg Rockets on PayPal. No problem, JC. Thank you for being in the chat. And when I'm not saying it, telling everybody to like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, and how to comment. Comment where you're watching from. Ooh, Oregon. Moose Turd, you're always welcome. Moto X in Oxnard. Yeah, I don't want to say I'm kind of surprised that southern Utah, St. George, and all that are having more of a difficult time seeing them. Last year, for most of the year, the rockets essentially followed the coastline. Like when I'd come out here for a rocket launch, the rocket would go directly over my head and cut across land and then land down there off of Ensenada. And as you can see from tonight's launch, it goes just offshore and then does that dog leg in the sky and heads out further to sea. So places like southern Utah, New Mexico, and Texas, which people were getting views, it was easier for them to see. Even people along the Sea of Cortez, Sonora, Mexico, and all down there, they could see it. But now that it's further off the shore, it's not so easy to see anymore. Cave Creek, Arizona. All right, folks. Well, I'm calling it a night. Once again, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends. Turn on your notifications. We never know when the next launch is going to be. The next launch should be the 28th at 7 a.m. So, knowing me, I'll be live at 5:30 in the morning. So turn on your notifications if you want a little wake-up call to a nice launch. Who knows? We might have to come out here again because Lompoc, it's fog monster season. Town usually gets covered in fog at night and burns off during the day. We got lucky today because it was kind of warm. But to finish the outro, don't forget to go over to 805.life/launches. Sign up for the email list so you are informed of when the next launch is going to be and if there's any changes in that launch. And until next time.